Hello, my name is Clovis Mesumbe. Today we will talk about data in its three different states. We have data at rest, data in use, and data in transit. We will also look at how data can be secured at these various states. First off, let's take a look at what these terms mean. Data at rest is all the information that is stored on devices like hard drives, servers, or even the cloud storage. Just for example, it is data that is not actively being used or being moved. Data in use, on the other hand, is data or information that is actively being processed or assessed, or which is actively being read by a user or other systems. This can be files being edited and or database workloads that is running in real time, or information that is being analyzed. For example, when a user requests their bank information or at the bank transaction at the bank, or their transaction history at the bank, at the time that the bank is processing that history to show it up to them, that data at that time is considered as data in use because it's actually being used by the bank application at that time. Data in transit is also refers to data or information that is being transferred from one system to another, or from one device to another. Like say you are transferring your pictures from maybe from your hard drive into your from your smartphone into a hard drive in your computer. At that time, the data is actually being moved, is in transit, or maybe you are sending a picture over Bluetooth, or you are getting information over Bluetooth or over internet from a server that is not your computer. At that time, the data is in transit. Um, to keep unauthorized people from accessing or stealing or altering data, we must secure the data at every stage. How do we secure this data at every stage? For data at rest, we can use encryption. Encrypting data means turning it into a code that only authorized users can access. It is good to use strong encryption algorithms like AES 265 to keep your data safe. We use encryption keys to encrypt and decrypt data, and these keys must be securely stored separately from the data itself, because the keys themselves are data that can still be accessed by unauthorized users. So the keys must be kept safe too. And to use these keys, be able, like, especially if we use like symmetric keys that are the public key and private key, you might want to keep them separate. So if for instance somebody get access to the file where you kept your keys, they might only be able to find one key, and if they find one key, they can actually make use of it, except they have both keys, the private key and the public key. For some very sensitive data and personal data, some governments also mandate extra security regulations like the HIPAA, in the US, that protects personal health data, and also like the General Data Protection Regulations (GDPR) that is used in the European Union. We can make use of full disk encryption, or encrypt only a few sensitive files as we classify them. We also have data federation. We can also make use of data federation. We can also make use of tokenization. We can also make use of data classification, or hierarchical password protection, and other data loss prevention methods to secure our data at rest. To protect data in use, since the data is being actively processed, we focus on application level security. That is application that is processing the data at that time, for when the data is in use. That is application that is actively being using the data. We can make sure that the software or and the systems are patched, and the systems are up to date with the most recent security patches. Also, we can make use of access control mechanisms like for authentication and authorization to ensure that only authorized users can get access to sensitive data. For data in transit, encryption is still the best option. We can use protocols like HTTPS, like TLS, or SSL to encrypt data as it moves across different networks. This might help to prevent malaise like eavesdropping and the data tampering. Also, we can implement VPNs for secure tunneling of data that is private and intruders cannot get access to. They can use the VPNs for extra layer of security. Now, looking at the security strategy, looking at how the security strategy changes at various states, depending on the data state. For data at rest, it is all about strong encryption and secure storage. For data in use, we can prioritize system security and access controls. And for data in transit, encryption and secure protocols are very essential. We also have to always remember that securing data is like an ongoing process because the bad guys out there, like the hackers, are constantly researching and working on new methods to bypass all the data security measures. So to be on a good side, securing data is an ongoing process because the people like cybersecurity experts like ourselves keep security and other security engineers have to keep looking for new methods to protect data against the innovative bad ideas brought up by the bad guys trying to get access to our data, if it's not secure enough. It is advisable to regularly update our security measures to adapt to these new threats. I think that is all we have for now. Look forward to talking on other topics. Thank you.